This episode of Dear Bros, gotta sell them all. Pokemon? Stay tuned.
Oh boy.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Everybody, welcome back to Dear Bros. I'm Andy Smith.
I'm Tim Fullen.
Tim, what do you have for us today? Switched up the old intro.
We gotta sell them all.
Okay.
So the woman doesn't know what she's talking about, but it's clearly this. But yeah.
Okay.
So the actual title of this, Nephew's Gift Net a Tidy Profit Years Later. So, Dear Abby, several years ago, my teenage nephew, Jim, gave my younger son his collection of trading cards. He'd outgrown the game, and my son was just starting to get interested. Before Jim gave them away, my brother, his dad, suggested that some of the cards might be valuable and Jim should check before giving them away. Instead, Jim decided to hand them all over.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It turns out that part of the collection is quite valuable, and we could sell them for a significant sum. I'm inclined to do so, but put the proceeds towards my son's college fund, which would really help us out. The question is, should I split it and send half to my nephew? Question mark. Obviously, question mark. I don't know why I said that.
I don't know, dude. You're acting like me today.
I know, what the hell's wrong with me? Usually a gift is the recipient's to do with as they like, but Jim was just a kid with a kind heart when he made this gift. He was thinking more about playing the game than about money. He's out of school now with no debt and has established a job. What do you think?
Ooh, that the end of that was
He doesn't need it.
yeah, the end of that was like fuck him. Right?
Fuck 'em.
So Jim gave his aunt,
His cousin.
his cousin, the cards when he was a kid.
Yeah. This is a thing. Like, a whole bunch of people found out recently that these cards are money.
What cards?
Pokemon cards.
Oh, okay.
I'm dead serious.
I have a
Like,
bunch somewhere.
do you?
Yeah, a lot of them.
So this has been it for Dear Bro.
Um,
No, but in all seriousness, people have found out that these can be worth money. So some people are like banking a couple $100, some people are getting like several $1,000s.
Yeah, I heard that because of the NFT thing, everything's getting blown up now with like the original trading cards and all that stuff. The market's going back up.
So weird. So weird.
I think that given the circumstance, I would say the right thing to do would be to split it with him.
Yeah.
Because especially if he gave it to him when he was a kid,
It's one of those things.
it's weird.
It's one of those things where technically you wouldn't have to,
No, technically you don't have to.
but you know in your heart it's the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like if someone lent you a tool, like a cheap tool to help build your house, and they're like, oh, you sure? They're like, just keep it. I'll just get another one. And then that tool ends up being worth, $50,000.
Ends up being like vintage or something.
Yeah. And then you're like, well, you gave it to me. You're like, no, you're a piece of shit. Because here's the thing. The guy might not have never checked the value of them, in which case, whatever. So she found a buyer and all that stuff. So essentially she can keep everything. I would say the right thing to do would be to split it with him, or at least offer him half the money.
Yeah. I mean, he was probably like 16 when he gave them away. I'm just like spitballing.
Yeah, I have a feeling she really wants Abby to say no.
I know she wants Abby to say no, but
Yeah.
we know. All right, we're pretty much in agreement here, right?
What would you do?
You gotta give him half.
Yeah.
You gotta give him half.
You got to, right?
Yeah.
It's found money.
That's it. That's it. It's found money. Don't get greedy.
Yeah, it's found money.
All right.
Let's see how much. Like how she didn't list the sum.
Dear Act of Kindness, Jim doesn't need the money from the sale of those cards, but it would make a big difference to your son. Since you asked my opinion, I would suggest that you at least offer a portion of the money to Jim. Oh, that's the other thing. Good example.
What?
You have the kid's not in college yet. He has a college fund, right? So he's probably 17, 18 years old. Is that a good example? You know it's the right thing to do. Obviously, it's weighing on your mind because you're asking about an advice column question. So you should do the right thing and show your son to do the right thing as well.
Yeah, I would. But it's in the end, it's saving her money.
by.
Because she's going to be paying for the kids' college.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be saving her money.
So
but
saving
still,
saving her money.
well, you don't know that. He could end up having to get out loans. And
I would
stuff
say
like that.
yes, definitely. I'd say that you want a portion of the pro. Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
say
yeah.
offer half.
Yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
look one up, but this one was fast. So let's go to another one.
Okay.
Real quick. Man breaks pact while demanding wife stick to it.
Oh.
Dear Abby, my husband and I have been together almost 20 years. When we first started dating, I would have an occasional drink. He said he'd chew tobacco, though I never saw him do it. We agreed that I wouldn't drink and he wouldn't chew. I found out later he continued to do it about twice a year. I feel misled.
Did you plan this one?
I did not.
Okay.
I swear to God, I did not.
Okay.
He didn't want me to drink because of some incidents with his family when he was young. I pointed out to him that this is controlling, but he insists it's not. There are times I would like to have a drink at family celebrations, and I can't, and it's awkward. Should I really be held to something I agreed to when I was a young 20-something, under control in New Mexico?
And they're 40 now?
Yes. Almost 20 years. She was early 20s when she agreed to it. So, yeah, probably early 20s.
So scroll down? Are the incidents because of her?
No. His family has it. So let's assume that his family has a couple of alcoholics in it, then it caused a problem. She would have an occasional drink, and he's put off by it. He doesn't want it. So they made a pact. You don't drink, I don't chew.
But he still chews.
Twice a year.
According
He broke the pact.
according to him.
That's fair. That's fair, too.
Yeah, I later found out that he continued to do it twice a year.
So twice a month.
Twice a year.
Twice a year. Twice a month.
Okay, so we'll say just take it at face value. Say it's twice a year, but he never told her he was doing it twice a year. In which case, she could drink twice a year.
Yeah.
If that's even.
I mean, this is really, in my opinion, this is a non-issue. If the woman wants to have a drink,
Yeah, let her have a drink. It's not like, I mean, if there's like a guy at the party who's like really, and everyone doesn't drink, but it seems like they're at a family party and she wants to have a drink, it sounds like other people are drinking as well.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that.
yeah, I don't get it either.
Um,
I get the whole pack thing.
I would just talk about it again. Just be like, listen, like, we did that when we were 20. There's been no issues. You've done chewing tobacco. I'm not doing tit for tat, but like sometimes I want to have a drink.
Yeah.
I've been able to not have a drink for 20 years. So
Yeah, that's a good point. If she was able to just instantly be like, okay,
yeah. So as long as she's not the one that has had issues with drinking in the past.
as long as she's not like burying like vodka bottles in the yard so she can dig them up later,
Yeah.
then I think y'all are okay.
Yeah, I don't see the issue with that. Just talk it out. If he's not willing to budge, I mean, that's one of those like maybe agree to disagree moments where you're just like, hey, sorry, but I'm gonna do it.
He's been with you for 20 years. I don't think he's gonna end it over that.
Yeah.
Over a glass of wine.
What do you think?
I'm in the same boat. Talking about it is obviously like the lame but correct answer.
Yeah.
But
Just get hammered every day. Bottles to the face. That's what I say.
buy a bottle of wine, buy a pack of chew, leave both out on the table, and go your move.
Ooh, see, now you're bribed. See, I don't think one has anything
Nah,
to
I'm
do
just
with
being
the
silly.
other. Yeah.
I don't actually think that.
No, I know.
Although it would kind of be a baller move.
But I really, at this point, it's the conversation. I don't think one has anything to do with the other. That's like a stupid, like, weird pack thing that for no reason almost.
Yeah.
It's almost like, listen, if you want to do chewing tobacco, since you've already been doing it or whatever, like, then do it. Sometimes I prefer that you not do it, but I'm not going to, like, bust your balls if you do it once in a while. Same thing with drinking. If I start drinking every day or whatever, then, yeah, that's a problem or whatever. But
Yeah.
like, what's the issue?
Yeah. I'm in agreement with you on that one.
All right, let's see what she has to say.
Dear Under Control, it may be time to revisit the deal you made with your husband. If he renegade, is that right? If he renegade, you are free to do as you wish. If these incidents involved his family, they have nothing to do with yours, and you should not be prevented from enjoying an alcoholic beverage at your family celebrations when you like.
Yeah, agreed.
Way to get hammered.
Just
go
fucked up.
fucking
Just start blowing
buck wild.
lines of meth off a switchblade.
He'll be happy you go for for a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
After you do some meth.
Yeah. Just start doing hardcore drugs, heroin. And
Then
be
you look like a hero
hey,
for
I'm not allowed to drink. Gotta get it somehow.
Gotta get something somehow. All right, I think that about wraps us up. What do you guys think about these stories? What would you do with the Pokemon cards? Would you share in the price or in the wealth? Or would you just kind of never mention it ever again?
Nope.
And what do you think about this deal? How dumb is it? And should you go back on it? Don't forget to go to brodownpro.com. We have new stuff coming out all the time. And I'll catch you guys next time.
Later.
I have to do all this fancy shit this time.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.